joined by John from Northlane. How are you, man?
I'm good, man.
I gotta say, right, straight off the bat, I fucking love that Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat track.
Oh, yeah.
That is like, if I get a chance to play that, I am like...
We've been talking about, like, playing it live, just to see what people do with it.
Hey, it's so fucking great, and it works, and I'm just like, this shouldn't work, but then I'm like, what else kind of works? And I'm going through like the Fatboy Slim back catalog. I'm like, man, that
it could all be like translated.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you even started looking? Well, is that? How did that even come around?
Well, I'll tell you, like making that cover was like, there were these like mental filters, the whole process going.
Yeah.
This is wrong. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be doing this, but no, like it's fun, and I think like blending the worlds of music, the genres of music is a fun challenge.
Yeah. Was there only one point when you were halfway going through and going, do you know what? I don't know if we should put this out, or was it like, fuck it?
There's a part in the song like, where the breakdown kicks in, and I was like, this is pretty heavy. Like, should I just keep this song? You know, just like, should I just use this as a Northlane song and just put Northlane vocals on top of it? But I was like, no, like it's a bit of fun, and also it's unlike Northlane, so I'm testing the waters to see what I can get away with. I'm always doing it.
Well, if you play it live today, please let me know, because I will be like, I will cancel all my interviews and be like, I just want to see this one song. I want to see if it works live.
So you're a fan of Fatboy Slim as well now?
Yeah, like it's. I do like my dance, because sometimes listen to like metalcore and punk, you kind of get this bit. I'm like, I'll just put some like, I mean, You Come a Long Way, Baby itself, like fucking awesome. But then the Dead Mouse Orchestra that you put out was just like, fuck, that's awesome as well.
I love Dead Mouse.
So it's nice to be like, it's nice to talk dance music to like a
metal
world.
world.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And instead of it just being that weird thing. But
I don't think like, I think in dance music, like if you go to like a techno night or like a psytrance night, you know what you're expecting. Like people who are going to a techno night, they know that they're probably not going to hear house.
No.
Whereas I feel like in the metal world, or at least in like the heavy music world, you can get away with a lot more things. Like you might be a rock band, but you might have like a very metal sounding part. So I feel like you can get away with a lot more stuff, and I aim to do that a lot more.
I mean, rock bands use samples all the time with effects and stuff like that, and there's nothing really different to, do you know what I mean, like a keyboard or a synthesizer.
They're all tools, and I feel like with analog instruments like guitars and drums and stuff, there's only so many sounds that you can make. Even though with it, you add pedals, you add effects, you can broaden the amount of things you can do, but there's still some sounds you can't make unless you use a sample or a synthesizer or something like that. So.
But then you start going down that 9 Inch Nails route.
Oh,
where
dude,
it's just
I'm
dark
halfway down, man.
like,
I'm halfway down. I'm struggling to get back on.
So how was Slam Dunk North and South?
Oh, it was great. Even though we had some like technical difficulties, like the most shit, like all the shit went wrong that could go wrong on that first show, and I went on stage with one in-ear, so I was hearing like live drums, crowd, and just like my guitar in my left ear, and you just feel like kind of lopsided. But even with all of that stuff going wrong, that was my favorite show.
Oh well,
the crowd was like intense. Like, the energy was awesome, and yesterday was really cool.
In Peregrine Stage it's such a good lineup, and I think the only thing that would destroy it completely is if Frank Carter like invaded it somehow,
I wouldn't be surprised if he did something like that.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of glad he's on another stage, because I think if he did go on it, Every Time I Die would have a proper hard job trying to follow that.
Yeah, man, for sure.
You've also been nominated for a Heavy Music Awards.
Yeah,
definitely, man. I mean,
that's cool, man. For the artwork.
Do you know the other nominees? So out of all of those, which would you be happy to lose to?
oh, dude, any of them really. The Mastodon artwork.
The Mastodon and the Creeper are so good.
I haven't seen the Creeper artwork, but the Mastodon one and the Converge one are pretty sick.
Definitely, man. So I mean, looking at the nominees.
Yep.
I mean,
if I had to pick one.
Well, no. I mean, you don't pick yourself. Like, yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, I do like the artwork that we have, but I don't know. I don't know if I could pick my own.
I think the artwork thing is a kind of a weird one because there's so many good artworks, and how they've narrowed it down to 6.
I don't know what the process is. Yeah. Like, is it just a bunch of people that are like, I think
so. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, do you want to talk about the artwork in case people haven't seen it?
Our artwork?
Yeah, your artwork.
Sure. What should I say about it?
I don't know. Is there a meaning behind it? Why, out of all the designs that potentially could have been on the album?
I think there's two ways you can look at artwork for a release. One of them is like profound meaning. Maybe it encompasses a lot of like the lyrical meanings on the album, and the other is just like a purely aesthetic. What do you feel when you look at this thing?
Yeah, like a Rorschach thing.
Yeah, exactly. Although I don't think it's quite like that for us, but the Mesmer artwork is. It was weird because we've been following this guy, who made it for us. We've been following him for months and like commissioning him to do all these things, and none of them were quite right. And then he just randomly put that out on the internet, and we saw it, and we were like, "Holy shit! Like that's awesome!" And it's weird because it kind of looks like some of our other albums, like with the geometry and the cube and everything, but it was like expanding, and I loved the grain on it. It just felt really right, and I feel like that's sort of how we go about writing songs as well. When it might not make sense, but if it feels right, like maybe it's good to just go with your gut. And that's exactly what that is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you win, but like I said,
Me too. It'd be cool.
There's some, like you said, Mastodon, that Emperor Sand, and Creepers.
I'll happily bow out, man.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Oh yeah.
I hope you do more dance music in the future.
Thank you, man.
Because I think it's awesome. Even if it's like an EP of just like 6 random, just to test the waters.
We're definitely gonna be experimenting with some other sounds like that, man. I think for the longest time, every Northlane album comes out, I'm adding more and more electronic stuff, and to be honest, I don't listen to heavy music at all, so it makes sense that these sort of influences are popping their head out a little bit, but I guess it's hard to draw the line on it. Like, when does it stop becoming a heavy song that like your past fans will enjoy? And I think that's the art of it. But I think it can be done, and I'm gonna definitely be trying to do that.
Dude, please. I kind of want you to hurry up just so I can listen to it more. But
as soon as we're done here in the UK, I'll be going back and getting back to work. So
do you work on it own and then you send it out to the other guys? Like, this is a weird kind of nugget of thing.
I used to write a full song and then I would send it, and then someone would do vocals on it. These days there's a lot more back and forth, and sometimes if I'll write something one day and I'll be like, okay, there's a vibe here, this is really cool. Before I go any further, I want to hear what vocals sound like, and I'll send it to Josh and Marcus, and they'll do their thing on it. But lately, we've been doing that, going back and forth, and then I'll hear him sing a melody, and then I'm having a lot more like involvement in the melodies, the vocal sort of thing. It never used to be my thing, but now I enjoy it. So
Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat.
Great. Dude, I think we're going to be playing it live at some point. We're going to be testing.
You even got like a kudos from Norman Cook as well. He was like, guys, check this out. Like, his fan base would just be like,
I know.
What's going on?
It was definitely it's an honor, but I'm still so confused as to why we were like picked to do it.
You'll probably be on like a Ministry of Sound album. Like,
that would be fucking cool, man. That'd be fucking cool. I think we can get away with it because it's like, it's got heavy guitars on it, but there's one bit of screaming. He screams like one bit in it, so I don't know, if you can put up with just like heavy sounding music, you could probably, if you're a dance if you like dance music, you could probably enjoy it. I don't know.
Most stereotypical dance people are normally off their face anyway, so they wouldn't even tell it anyway.
They just want to get slapped around with a kick drum, man.
Yeah, man, they want those whistles and the fucking glow sticks. I mean, it's just that's it.